Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hack My Lineup, where people give me their login accounts and I hack them. I edit their lineups, who to start, who to sit. Sometimes we get frisky. And a little crazy hair here. Sometimes we get frisky, send out a trade. We did that a lot the first one or two Hack My Lineups this year. But everybody, welcome. My name is Hussein the Brain, and maybe we get frisky. There is no magic. There is no magic. There's no actual hacking. I'm sorry to break it to you. We started this series with Mountain Dew. Now we're sipping LaCroix. Summer collection. Ooh, don't spill it. Limoncello. Tastes weird. I like it. I like weird though. Oh yeah. I like it. What's up, D Showtime in the building, Kenny's in the building, Preston in the building, Ricky in the building, DDT, the tight end shaman, Dynasty Day Trader, Sushane in the building. Should I go get Musgrave and drop Kincaid? Yeah, I'd do that. I feel like Musgrave's a must add. Cheers. It's just there's no alcohol in there. There's not even any sugar in here. It's just like water that smells good, basically. It's not a seltzer or anything. It's just a LaCroix. But cheers, nonetheless, cheers. And we got Cece in the building. Hey, Rain, I'm 0-3 and just traded Puka for Brian Robinson. Ooh, I would have wanted a little bit more, maybe. I did just tell somebody to go get DeAndre Swift, but I feel like at least he's a little bit more of a better talent. I guess that is a similar type of trade because Gainwell and Jalen Hurts are still there. Jalen Hurts gets a lot of rushing touchdowns, and Gainwell, he's there to kind of split the work with DeAndre Swift to keep both of them healthy and fresh throughout the season. I have Cup and my RB stitch is rough. Got CMC, but next best was Roshan Spears. Yeah, I mean, this was the move for you, but I think you should have tried to get a little bit more. Nonetheless, you kind of had to do it, and you would have got more if you traded away Puka a week ago. But it is what it is. At least you got yourself like a high end RB2. Trading Garrett Wilson for Brees Hall. Maybe you just want to sit tight because you're trading one headache for another. You want to get rid of the headaches. That's the whole point. Someone dropped Aaron Jones for A-Chain. Well, you're playing in an 8-children league. So it's 8, not a 8-man. It's not a 10-man league. It's an 8-children league. That's why. Go play in a 12-team league with big boys. Put on your big boy pants. Play with some adults for real money. There's no way that's happening in a 12-team league. I'm sorry, man. I'm in 12-team leagues. It's looking rough. I'm in 2 leagues where I don't even really have a running back. I'm just running off fumes, basically. Well, I mean, one league I got Jerome Ford, and I mean, not really much. And then another league I got Bijan. So I do have a run. Like that's it though. So I got some leagues where I'm running on fumes. That's how 12 a lot of people in 12-team leagues are like that. Fantasy is a huge mess. Yeah, I mean, some leagues it's tougher to trade, and I mean, you had to do what you had to do. What do we do with Stevenson? He's running like Eddie Lacy after a bout with China food. No, when you said China food, that sounds like it sounds racist. It just sounds racist. Maybe you're German. That's why we just call it Chinese food. Because I'm just to be honest, like it just sounds racist. If you just type Chinese food, I would have thought that was funny. I think Ramondre is fine. I think the whole Patriots have to the Patriots as a whole kind of got to get over this hump. Patriots are a good team, but they're far from a great team. They have this one road bump ahead of them, and they just need to get over that, man. And it's not just Ramondre, it's not just Zeke, it's not just Mac Jones. The defense is playing okay, but even they're just not like super explosive, right? Not a lot of like turnovers. And I mean, I don't know the stats. I'm just going off memory. I don't think they have a lot of big plays on defense. Defense is good and playing like nice and sound defense, but they just need more big plays. They need more touchdowns. Um, they don't have the what's that thing on NBA Street? The I don't know, like the turbo boost, whatever you call it, like the fire. They just need a little bit more, man. And Ramondre's included in that. I think Ramondre's okay. I agree. Stevenson does not look right. No, I think he's fine. Am I dumb for starting Love over Lawrence this week? Um, what is wrong with this freaking? Bro, what is wrong with this? Why is it doing this? Okay, at least that looks a little better. That's a tough one. You're not dumb. If you want me to answer the exact question, you are not dumb for doing that or thinking that. But which one should you start? Which is the real question, right? All right. So let's look at the over unders because that's going to help, right? We love when a team's at home. That's kind of a good tiebreaker. I know the Falcons game is low scoring. So I think we'll just look at the point totals because there's not a big spread between the two teams, between the two games. 43.5 over under. That is below average. And then we have 45 over under, which is about average. And I definitely see what you're thinking. I think T Law is okay. There is some concern. They're just not clicking. They're not firing on all cylinders. But like T Law to me, he wasn't garbage. He just needs like a slight tune up. Just a little bit. He's almost there. As far as Love, though, I mean, this guy looks like a champion. It almost looks like Aaron Rodgers is there, man. It really does. Like that's how it looks like when he's in the building, when he's in the game, it's like the fans, the team, they just have so much confidence. They know they're not out of the game. They know they actually have a good chance to win. Kind of like the opposite of Zach Wilson. Hmm, that is tough, man. That is tough. They're implied to get the exact same amount of points. My algorithms have them about tied. They have T Law getting one more fantasy point than Jordan Love. Who's got a better defense? Who's got better defense, especially against the QB and the pass? ATL or Detroit? I feel like that's a very valid question. Maybe ATL has a slightly better defense than the Lions. Man, this question is we're on this question. Fantasy points against. Let's see. Computer's glitched now. Oh, here we go. 3 weeks is not enough to go off of, unfortunately. Fantasy points allowed. Browns are just killing it. Yeah, unfortunately, 3 weeks really is not a lot. Is not enough data. We need at least 5 weeks. So the Falcons' defense has been good against QBs, or let's just say above average, or as far as the Lions, they're roughly the same. Let's see what people think. People saying ATL playing better on defense than Detroit. Bro, I've been hearing about AJ Terrell for 3 years and it hasn't worked out. Like it hasn't done it hasn't affected the game though. Like it's not like I bench wide receivers because they go against the Falcons. ATL playing better on defense. So we have two people saying Atlanta and then three people saying Detroit. Yeah, man. I mean, this is why this is taking so long. Ali, I do see your super chat. Sorry about that. And thank you so much for the donation. But this is why it stumped me, man. This is very close because you have a guy who's hot, and then you have a guy you drafted earlier who is just slightly off the last two games, just slightly not clicking. Wide receiver's fault, Trevor Lawrence's fault, bad luck, but nothing's going wrong for the Packers. They're crushing it. And I mean, I see a few drops from the Packers too. Imagine if those guys actually, clicked and caught it, it would be even better. Let's see. Let's look at this one. Will be the last one. Aaron Jones. Did they just run it with him? Lions, they're okay, and then Falcons, even worse. Even they allow even less. I'm gonna let's go with Jordan Love. I think we do that. I think we go with the safe option. Let's go Jordan Love. Ali, thank you for the super chat. Hey, had 3 questions. Starting CJ Stroud this week or Joe Burrow? Also starting Conklin or Freiermuth. Is Tony Jones startable in play? No, Tony Jones was not startable last week, and he definitely is not with Kamara back. Not by a long shot. Tony Jones is like their crap running back. He's like their practice squad running back. He's a running back nobody wants to start, right? He's just like a trustworthy guy you can hand the ball off to when 3 of your running backs aren't playing. And remember, they also have Taysom Hill in that mix too. So you definitely want to not start Tony Jones, and you definitely want to start Freiermuth over Conklin, right? Talent is a big part of it, and Freiermuth is amazing. And so CJ Stroud versus Burrow. I like what Burrow did Monday night. He looked really good. T. Higgins dropped some balls. The fantasy points didn't show in the box score, right? We didn't see the stats that we didn't see those fantasy points we wanted. We didn't see those touchdowns. But the Bengals as a team looked like, I don't know, 3 times better than they did week 1 and week 2. Burrow couldn't really run at all. And so he's bound to get better this week. You don't bench Burrow, okay? That's kind of a golden rule, but you really don't bench Burrow when they go up against the Titans. The passing attack for the Titans, it's probably the best thing. I don't think anybody else is wide receivers against the Titans quarterback. Let's see. So they allow the 10th most points to QB, and let's see wide receivers. They allow the oh wait, That's not, was that even right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. They allow the 10th most points to the QB position, fantasy points, and they allow the fourth most points to wide receivers. And we know Joe Burrow throws it basically exclusive to wide receivers. So you got to start Joe Burrow, man. And I'm not even, the you're talking about New York Jets. Come on. Like, we're not doing that. PVG. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's a bad word. What do you think? What's PVG mean? Or did he get me mixed up with like somebody else with a beard? Because that does happen. Somebody just donated $5, by the way. I saw that from Ken. Do you think about Devontae Smith for Patrick Mahomes trade? I have T Law now. My wide receivers are Reek, Ayuk, Gabe Davis, Jacoby Myers, OBJ, and Palmer. 10 teams. I would do it. I would do it. Mahomes, man, he's just so good. You're just never going to have to worry when you have Mahomes. Oh, Mahomes is going against this defense. No worry. Mahomes this, Mahomes that. Right? Mahomes didn't even look that bad week one when everything was a disaster. So I would do it, especially in a 10-team league where you can make a move and make something happen. Go do it. Go get Patrick Mahomes. I think that's a great move. And then, maybe you can even sell T Law later to the Justin Fields owner or something. Is Eckler healthy? Can I drop Joshua Kelly? Eckler is not healthy yet. Man, I have not been. I'm going to do a news update tonight. I have not been 100% up on the news yet. That's my fault. I will tonight, though. So Eckler is not fully healthy yet. There is a realistic shot he can play. But yeah. He practiced limited Wednesday. So he could play and he might not. I know Eckler at like 50% is way better than Joshua Kelly. That's for sure. I'll tell you that. Musgrave or Ferguson? Man, I'm going for that upside with Musgrave. I'm so intrigued by the upside. Oh, super chat donation. Thank you so much, Charlie. I'll bring up Hack My Lineup just so they can see it. Wait, what does that mean, dude? They were both drafted at the same exact spot. Who would be dumb enough to take Smith for Mahomes? I mean, who would be dumb like Devontae Smith went right around the same spot that Mahomes went in draft. So I don't know. Like in my league, in all my leagues, Devontae Smith went earlier than Mahomes. So I don't know what you're talking about. It's a pretty even trade as far as our draft, our pre-draft notion, and they've both been pretty good. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that's about, dude. It's a 10-team league, so they probably have like Kirk Cousins or Anthony Richardson or someone like that they can easily rely on, or they might even have Tua. So if you have Tua and Mahomes, like it's probably best to make a trade, right? In a one quarterback 10-team league. Rashad White, Pittman, or Christian Kirk for flex. So we're going to bench Christian Kirk. Go ahead and trade away Christian Kirk. Go sell him right now, immediately. Go sell Christian Kirk. Get you a good deal for him. Sell high while you still can because Calvin Ridley and Zay Jones are there. They're back. Zay Jones didn't play week 3. I don't know why. I thought he played week 3, but apparently he did not. So he'll be back, and that's a big part of their offense. So I expect Zay Jones will be back. So it's between Pittman. You didn't say if it's PPR. Pittman and Rashad White. I'm going to assume this is full PPR. That's the standard now. I'm going to start Pittman, man. Yeah, Pittman. Rashad White's not a bad start, actually. You're welcome, Sven. Hi, $5. Okay, I got your Venmo. Brian Robinson, A Chain Pacheco, or Christian Watson if active. Brian Robinson, A Chain, Pacheco, or Watson. So this one's between Pacheco and Christian Watson. And I'm gonna go to Pacheco. Oh, you need two? Let's start Christian Watson. Gotcha. Can't really go wrong there. I just would bench A Chain just because I'm not too sure about him, but A Chain could go off again. A little bit risky. Yeah, this one was an odd one. This guy didn't answer back. You're welcome. What's up, Val? Trevor Lawrence or Purdy? I think I'm gonna go with Lawrence here. One guy has a higher floor though, and that's gonna be Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy, very high floor. So if you want to play it safe, go with Purdy. I would start T Law. I think you go for the upside here. I still have confidence in T Law. Like I said, just some small, minor adjustments, and they'll get there. By the way, really quick shout out to all my Patreon members. Thank you guys so much. And Patreon members do get first access to any DMs or messages they have, direct messages to me. Shout out to all these guys, and shout out to last week's hackies, the four guys I hacked: Paul, Daniel, Cece, and Raul. Thank you guys so much for those donations last week. So shout out to those guys. Musgrave or Henry. You guys want to play the tight end game? Like predicting tight ends is just nuts. It's nuts. Hunter Henry, Musgrave. Let's go with Musgrave. Yeah, but you're not saying why. So I already explained why. They were drafted in the same spot, Devontae Smith and Mahomes. And the Mahomes owner could have a QB like Kirk Cousins or Tua. So it makes like the world of sense. So I can't, if you have Mahomes and Tua and you trade away Mahomes for a much needed position, how would that be dumb? Because you just call that guy basically dumb. So I don't see how that's that dumb. Yeah, I agree. Giving Mahomes for Devontae is wild. Okay, how about if you have Kirk Cousins or Tua? I thought, yeah, I don't think that's wild at all. But hey, I told the guy to make the trade and go get Mahomes, so that's a good trade. And he's about to make that trade. Keep us in the loop if you make that trade while we're still on the live stream, bud. Would you do London and Warren for Akers and Christian Watson? Yes, go get Christian Watson because at least you're trading away two headaches for one headache. Now, hopefully, Christian Watson is not a headache and he stays healthy, but that's what we're kind of banking on. Hey, what are your thoughts on Ramondre and Jeff Wilson for Pollard? I get Pollard. That's an easy smash. Go get Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard's top 5 running back, easy. Mike Evans and Geno Smith or AR-15 and McLaurin. I don't know what that means. Yeah, you guys need to be more obvious with your questions because I'm a big dummy. I assume this is a trade question. That's what I'm going off of. That's what I'm assuming. I probably prefer the Mike Evans side. Trade Madison away for cheap. One more question. Should I start Tutu or Terry McLaurin? We're going to go with Tutu Atwell. Cooper Cup's out, guaranteed to be out one more week. So let's start Tutu Atwell. Let's fire him up. A-Chain League winner? Yes. He is. Jerome Ford. Connor or Kamara? I'm going to go with Jerome Ford. Yeah, trade away Madison. L. Hardy, are you still here? Would you trade Ridley and Swift? Calvin Ridley Swift for Montgomery and Devontae Adams. No, keep Ridley and Swift. Good trade, though. Good, fair trade. Good question. My RBs are thin with Brees and Kenny. Okay, I don't remember what this was about. Amon Ra. So I don't know, Dynasty Day Trader, if you kept up on my on what happened with Amon Ra. And I mean, I couldn't post too much, but apparently it seems to not be turf toe, and it seems to be a toe bruise, which is much better. So Amon Ra is good to go. So Amon Ra, Ayuk, Amari, Godwin, Dotson, Elijah Moore, top three. So Amon Ra is the must start. So let's start him. Ayuk, hard to bench him if he plays. Let's start him. And I'm thinking we start Amari Cooper, man. Ravens are really banged up. Amari's the number one option there. So let's go with those three. I don't know why you're apologizing. I already told him to make that trade. So yeah, he's got the guy who asked the question has Devontae Smith, and I told him to go trade for Mahomes, and he's gonna do it. He's gonna make it happen. I don't need to apologize. I could be in the minority here. I just don't think the trade is crazy or stupid or dumb or wild. And the guy you're calling dumb's not he's not the guy in the chat, and it's not me. So the person you're calling dumb is the guy he's trading with. So it's all good, right? We can call people that aren't here dumb. That's fine. Couch fam wins. You know what? That means somebody's got to lose. If Couch Fam is smart, that means someone's got to be dumb. It's just logic. CC, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. And you're a YouTube member, I see. Pick one flex, full PPR, Brian Robinson, Flowers, or Tank Dell. This one's very, very close. So we got Brian Robinson, who's actually not a bad start. He's a workhorse. He's a tough runner. So he's going to be the one with the high floor. Then we have Zay Flowers, who I really like. And I'm probably going to go with Zay Flowers here. We got some new Eckler news. We're talking about Eckler. So let me just read this. Okay. Chargers Austin Eckler said the issue with his ankle right now is turning and making cuts. I can run full speed right now. Said he isn't sure about Sunday, but wants to play. So that sounds like with the Chargers having a week 5 bye, sounds like Eckler will be good to go week 6, not week 5. So the question is Tank Dell versus Zay Flowers. I'm going to go with Zay Flowers. And the reason I'm going to go with Zay Flowers is because he's the number one wide receiver for the Ravens, and he can do it in more ways than one. I still think he hasn't fully been unleashed yet. I think he's really great in the screen game. I mean, he can do anything, man. They just try to give this guy the ball every play. He can move around. He can do a lot of different types of things. He can be a gadget player. So I'm gonna go with Zay Flowers. Right. If it was non PPR, we'd go Brian Robinson. Yes. It's just really the eye test with Jordan Love. He looks like a winner. I mean, he looks, when you talk about a quarterback, what do you want in a quarterback? You want Jordan Love, like a leader, a guy that can just put the team on his back. You never feel like you're out. And that's the feeling I got with Brock Purdy too last year. We seen it. Like, even though, a lot of people weren't believing in him and he was Mr. Irrelevant. And, a lot of people just doubted him. And I get it. I get why. But Brock Purdy has that same, I'm kind of giving names that aren't as obvious, right? Like obviously Mahomes or so, right? It's like, I don't want to just name obvious guys, but it's like, yeah, guys like Purdy, guys like Jordan Love, you feel like that's what you want in your quarterback. You're never out. You can always win the game. You can always trust this guy. You want this guy to have the ball in his hands. The other team does not want to give the ball to them, right? They want to run out the clock. Don't let Jordan Love or Purdy have the ball in their hands, man, in the fourth quarter. It feels like what happens when that happens, that they're going to win. So I'm going to say yes. Right now, Jordan Love is QB4. I mean, I'm rating this guy as like a top 5, top 6, around that range. I mean, top 8 at worst. I really like him, man. I really do think he's like that top 5, top 6 QB. Um, I was a little bit higher on him than most, so I do have him on some super flex leagues, and I do like him. And my storyline arc, or whatever, Jordan Love assessment arc, has been very wild. So I loved him as a prospect. I actually won an NFL mock draft contest by picking the Packers to draft him. Nobody else did that. That was crazy. Maybe like 2 people in the world did that. And so I won that contest. Won some money for charity. So I loved him as a prospect. He had a really bad senior year. He had nobody to throw to, but he showed a lot of promise as a junior, and he's athletic. And so I loved him. Then when I saw him play, I'm like, this is a bust. He sucks. They're just pissing off Aaron Rodgers. They're ruining the franchise. And so I hated him for like 2.5 years or 2 years, right? And then I thought he was a joke. And now, just this year, I'm like, look, man, I like the one start he had. He started one game. He played one game in 2022, and he looked good. And it's just one game, but it's not the same Love I saw. And I'm like, look, man, they got some real weapons. They drafted Tucker Kraft. They drafted Musgrave. They drafted Christian Watson. They drafted Jaden Reed. They drafted Romeo Doubs. Like, these guys weren't even on the team in 2021 when Rodgers was actually good. Like, these guys, none of them were on the team. Most of the guys I named were rookies, and some were second year players. And also, who else do they have? They have some guy named Wick. He's not really like relevant as far as like making plays wide receiver, but they have Samaji Toure or something. What's his? I forget his name, but like, they have a ton more weapons than they did before. The team's rejuvenated. I believe the Packers are 3-0. Like, it's hard to deny that. Dontavion Wicks, yeah. They had a bunch of guys, man. And then I think his name is Samaje Toure. I don't know, something Toure. That's his second or third year. He was, I think he's a small receiver that really, yeah, Samore Toure. I mean, he's starting to be more relevant than he was, when his first year, or set, I think it's his third year. I'm not sure. It's either like a second or third year, but he's starting to pan out a little bit more too. So they got a lot more weapons. It's a totally new team, and it's his team now. So that changes a lot. I seen some Laporta questions. Um, okay, so you're starting Laporta for sure. I think you would have figured that out, especially with no Jameson Williams. So you're starting Laporta. What you want to do is trade away Darren Waller. Just go get whatever you can for him. So trade away Darren Waller. Go pick up like a Cole Turner. Trade away Waller for Musgrave, Ferguson. Go get whatever you can for Waller. He's got a big name, and guys like Ferguson and Musgrave do not, especially in redraft circles. Now, since you're saying tight end premium, this is probably dynasty. I can tell. I mean, not a lot of tight end premium redraft league. So for sure, you want to start Laporta. And these matchups just to see. That sucks, dude. That one's a tough one because I love Godwin, but he's been pretty bad. And then Waller is a guy I don't trust. So if you do trade away Waller, oh, I'm not going to be able to bring it up on the screen. Give me a second here. I'll try to bring it up on the screen, actually. I'm looking at PFF. And this is not really that important, but when you're this close, you want to do your due diligence. There we go. Sam Laporta for sure. Okay, looking like Darren Waller might have a decent matchup. 4%. Jordan Brooks. Yeah, I guess we start Waller since it's tight end premium. Oof. That's a tough one, man. So my real advice, I would trade away Waller. That way you don't have to make that decision. Yeah, Aaron Jones is probably coming back this week. Aaron Jones is a tough one because Zach Moss is a must start. So you got to start Zach Moss. And then Raheem Mostert, I would just start him, dude. Oh, that's tough. I guess I'd bench Aaron Jones his first game. Probably best. No, don't start Jaden Reed. You have Hawkinson tight end one. Oh, it's redraft. Yeah, trade away Laporta top 5 rest of season. Yeah, he's that great. He's great. I wish I had him in more leagues. I regret it big time. Yeah, so Darren Waller has a nerve issue with his hamstring, and that's very likely to linger the whole year. So just get rid of him. I traded him away for nothing, and it worked out. I actually won. I'm actually 3-0 in one league because I did that. He's just really not better than any other random tight end. He really isn't. What is he now? Like tight end 20 or some crap? Like he's nothing, man. Someone sending me a text. I'm live. Hack my lineup. We got a long question. Why are you naming all this? What RB do I trade for and who do I send? You don't have any names. You don't have any big names other than Lamar. So unfortunately, Lamb. Lamb sucks. Lamar's actually good. Bijan has a big name, but I would hold on to him. So the only guys you can really trade away that help you is be Debo. He's coming off 2 good games. Lamb, he sucks but has a big name, and Lamar. Um, yeah, I think a trade could be a good idea for you. I might do some I might do a best ball draft right now. If we don't have any hacks, I'm gonna try to do a best ball draft. Give me a second here. Does anybody want to hop in a best ball draft with me? Scoring starts week 4. I might do one live. Last time we did it was pretty exciting. I got the Hall of Fame. I can do it. I'm a professional hacker. Josh Jacobs is a bust. I'm never picking him for anything. Don't you need ETH? You need me to send you ETH too? I can do it. We can hop on. All right. It requires ETH to get in, but first draft is free. So honestly, it's kind of different, but I will just post the link to their Discord. It's SBS Spoiled Banana Society. It's like my second family there. So I'll post a link to the Discord if you guys are interested because I'm live streaming and doing a bunch of stuff at the same time. I will post a link to their Discord, but they're great. A lot of couch fans in there too. So just hop in there and just say what's up. I'm from Couch Fam. Somebody help me. I want to draft for free. Your first draft is free. You got to tell them Fantasy Couch sent you though. Okay, so you can. All right, so that's the Discord. If you guys want to join, go ahead. Yeah, that's the Discord link. If you guys do want to join. If not, it's all good. Don't worry about it. But Dak's trying to get in. Let me try to send him ETH and say you love Dak. That'll probably help too. They love you there. All right. I have your address saved. And all right, I'm gonna send you. Give me a second here. I'm sending you ETH right now. It'll take a few minutes. I still like Rashad White. I think that's my buy low. He's got some tough matchups, and he's a buy low you can get later too. I do like Rashad White. In deeper leagues, I like Zach Charbonnet getting more and more touches every week. Great handcuff. Um, those two guys, right? One kind of more of a bigger name, and then one kind of Rashad White, right? He's already rostered. Zach Charbonnet is actually not even rostered in a lot of 10-team leagues. Would you trade Puka and Gibbs for Bijan full PPR? Yes, I'd go get Bijan. I'm live right now. Pick two, full PPR, Ramondre, Ford, A Chain. Go ahead and bench A Chain. Yeah, I'm waiting. Oh, you got your ETH and minted? Awesome. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for it's calming down. Start two: Chris Godwin, Tank Dell, Quentin Johnston, DJ Moore. So we're gonna wait for the bye week to start QJ. So don't start QJ. Okay. So we got Chris Godwin. I do actually like this week. Evans has not done well against the Saints. So Godwin, Dell, and DJ Moore. Oh, it's between. So we're starting Godwin. We're benching QJ. So between Tank Dell and DJ Moore, let's see what the chat thinks. I mean, man, I've been saying the same thing. He's on the Jets, man. He's got a bad quarterback. Let's see what the chat. I mean, I told people to trade him away for T Higgins. People have been thanking me and people have been calling me an idiot for that. Whatever. Right? It's been 3 weeks. All right. So somebody already has a vote. Tank Dell, DJ Moore, or Tank Dell for week 3. See what the chat thinks. Let's help out Zach with a chat vote. Look, man, everyone's saying Tank Dell. I mean, who am I to deny the chat, man? We got a unanimous vote for Tank Dell. Like, it's not even close. So I guess you're starting Tank Dell and Godwin. Jordan Love or Burrow? Let's go with Burrow. Puka and DJ Moore for Camaro. What? Kamara is not that good, man. You're thinking of Alvin Kamara like from 4 years ago, my friend. That's not the case anymore. So stop. No, don't do it. That's right. And Godwin. Don't forget I helped you too. I did something. I I I contributed to this. I am a somebody. I did something. I am also a hero. I'm still a hero. I was a hero and I am and I will be a hero. CJ Stroud or Lamar Jackson. Let's go with Lamar because of the rushing upside, especially in point passing touchdown leagues, which isn't a big deal, by the way. People make that a bigger deal than it is. When a league is 6 point pass TD or 4 point pass TD, it's really not that big of a deal, not that big of a difference. Yes, you're welcome. See, you thank me too. Yeah, that's right. Don't you forget, I help too. Trade Puka and Montgomery for Christian Watson and Laporta. If you need a tight end, which you do, I can smell it. I know you need one Wolf Alpha. So Alpha, comma Wolf. Yeah, go get Laporta, man. Go do it. I like this trade. I like it. It's very fun. Tank Dell or Ayuk. I don't think we want to be benching Ayuk, man. Let's not bench Ayuk. Not bench Ayuk. You're welcome. See, that's quite the thank you. That's what I like. That's what my ego likes. Who can I get for him? What did we do? Cece, what did we do the other day? Did we really trade him for Rashad White? Hopefully Cece's still listening. I mean, he's here every hack my lineup. He got hacked last week. He donated this week. Cece, are you still here? What was the predatory trade we just did? Because it seems like Garrett Wilson for Rashad White is such not a good offer, but we were celebrating it. And I mean, like, I'd probably still do it. I just want to double check to make sure like what the exact trade was. But basically, we've been sending out trade offers, trying to ship Garrett Wilson on every Hack My lineup we've done. So we sent out the first Hack My lineup. We sent out like 2 offers after Aaron Rodgers got hurt. So I guess that would be the second Hack My lineup. I'm not sure, whatever. So after Aaron Rodgers got hurt, the very next Hack My lineup, we sent out 2 trade offers to try to get T. Higgins. And I said, look, if they reject, just throw in a crappy running back, like Algier or something and get it done or something, whatever, whoever it was, I forget. I'm like, all right. And then we did a predatory trade, is what we labeled it. And I don't remember what the trade was. I could go back and watch the previous episode. I'm pretty sure it was like Garrett Wilson, possibly for Rashad White and somebody else. He's going up against tough defenses, man. I like the snap count. So we'll see. Yeah, let's wait. Maybe let's do it. Let's do a best ball draft towards the end. Garrett Wilson for Pacheco and Warren. That seems okay. I don't know, man. If you're desperate for a RB and that's the best you can get, I mean, that's not really that good, to be honest. But if you need an RB and you have wide receiver, this trade should help you. I mean, what a mess the Jets have. They might go look, the Ravens might go and try to trade for Jonathan Taylor. The Jets might try to go trade for a quarterback. We don't know what's going to happen. Will Kyron hold his value throughout the season? Yes. Yes, I think right now is a good buy low for Kyron Williams. You know what? Garrett Wilson for Kyron Williams. There you go. That's a great Kyron Williams is a great buy low option. Look, Kyron Williams, man. Trying to bring up the stats right here. Kyron Williams balled out week 1, balled out week 2. Still getting the targets. Okay, so Kyron Williams is getting 100% of the snaps. He got 7 targets week 3 and 10 targets week 2. And we all watched this game too, by the way. So the targets were just like, I mean, I think he had one catch where he almost got he needed like 18 yards for a first down or something and got like 16, 17, something like that. And it was called back. And, there's a couple throws a little bit off target. So like these were real targets. These weren't just throwaways. So he's getting targets, he's getting snaps, he's getting carries. I do like buying Kyron Williams pretty low. I think Garrett Wilson for Kyron Williams is the move to make. So somebody else was asking some more buy low RBs. That was one. Hey, that's why Rashad White you can get for cheap. Rashad White fantasy managers are very, very frustrated. I think you can get him for cheap. I got rid of Wilson for Waddle straight up. Awesome trade. Good job. Jerome Ford or Rashad White. I'm going to go with Jerome Ford this week. Deshaun Watson or Dak. I know I'm down bad. I don't know why you just didn't draft one of the Couch Fam quarterbacks, but look, I don't blame you. I'm kind of joking. I had Deshaun Watson ranked high. I was just very scared of him. I avoided him, but so Deshaun Watson or Dak Prescott. Let's go with Deshaun Watson. I think Dak's higher floor, Deshaun Watson's higher ceiling. Let's go with the ceiling. Let's go with Christian Watson and bench A chain. Traded Purdy for Ramondre. I like the trade. Good job. Goff or Love? I'm gonna go with Jordan Love. Ramondre, Christian Watson, Judy, Lockett, A Chain, or Ayuk. Let's go with Ayuk. Christian Waddle, Nakua, Pittman, or Ford for my flex spot. Let's start Puka Nakua. Bijan gonna get it together. Yeah, you're just a spoiled dude. You're a spoiled brat, and you got 10 points. What's Bijan? RB5? What do you want, dude? You want to be like me and get sniped for Bijan in the couch league? Have everyone online making fun of you because I took Nick Chubb? You want Nick Chubb? I'll trade you Nick Chubb for Bijan. You spoiled brat. What is Bijan, bro? You're so spoiled. You don't realize what you have. Okay. He's like RB5, dude. What are you talking? Why are you so mad at Bijan? He's doing well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, he's RB7, but A Chain and Mostert and Kyron Williams and these guys are ahead of him. So he's doing great. You drafted Bijan. Bijan right now is better than Eckler. He's better than Saquon. He's better than Chubb. Start Sam Laporta. I would start Lamar because of the rushing stats. And that's why we drafted Lamar because he's able to run. And Mason, I was just joking. Don't Don't get offended. I was just being silly, dude. But Bijan's great, man. You should be thankful you have Bijan. And I have Bijan in several leagues, and I'm very thankful to have him. Start Tutu or Judy. Start Tutu Atwell. Should we join a draft? Should I join Dak? Should I join the best ball draft? You want me to join? Yeah, I mean I know, but I mean, why do you draft Lamar Jackson then? Is just what's up, man? I don't have picks. I got suckered into a survivor league again. I hate those, but I'm still alive. I didn't pick the Cowboys week 3, so that's good. All right, let's do a best ball draft. Okay, I'm in 118. Okay, I'm in this one. Andrews and Terry for Aaron Jones and Goff. No, I don't think you're getting a good deal with that, man. You're selling low, selling low. Aaron Jones was like the best running back week 1. I don't like that, dude. I don't like it. I just think you're not increasing your upside. A Chain, Brees Hall, or Rashad White. Start Rashad White. How is my favorite Cowboys fan? Who's your favorite Cowboys fan? That's not me. That's got to be this guy here. That's not me. That's not me. All right, guys. So we are to kind of end this live. We did no hacks during this live stream, which is totally fine, by the way. To end this live stream, we're probably going to be doing this best ball draft. It starts week 4. There's about 20 hours left to draft. And it's this draft, it's so much fun to me because I like challenges. You don't draft players, you draft positions. So you draft like Miami wide receiver 2. So you for that given week, the second highest scoring wide receiver on Miami would be Miami wide receiver too. So essentially, there are no injuries. It's best ball. It's also a 10-team, 15-round draft. So bye weeks are important. Like it's just such a challenge. It's so crazy. What's crazy is we almost had another. The Hall of Fame draft just happened. I think 1 out of 20 are Hall of Fame, something like that. So that was pretty crazy. We almost got another Hall of Fame just now. You got to go with AR. Musgrave over Andrews? Don't do it. I would not do that. Don't do that. Start Mark Andrews. Jets trade for a QB. That's going to be tough, man. A lot of places are saying Kirk Cousins, but they don't have the assets to do that. They can't afford Kirk Cousins. What would move the needle? Because you'd have to do it. If you did it, it would have to be either cheap or it'd have to be like, I'm winning a Super Bowl this year. They're just in a rough choice. Because if you trade for a QB, and now what's going to happen to Aaron Rodgers? That's the thing. Is like he wants to come back. He wants to come back like in 4 or 5 months. What the mutant ape will win in this is gonna be the cheapest mutant ape. I'm just gonna like flat out say that. That's not it's a anti-hype thing, but they're not gonna give the most awesome mutant apes. But nonetheless, we will get a mutant ape. Musgrave over Dallas Goddard. Yeah, I would do it. Musgrave for life. I just can't start Musgrave over Mark Andrews. That's too much, even for me. Need a RB2. My crew is Jalen Hurts, ETN, Puka Ridley, bench Goddard, and put Palmer in flex. 2 is Herbert. Do I put Dow or Spears? You want to go with Rico Dow probably. A Rod's career is not over. I don't think so. I don't think it is. Lawrence or Purdy this week. Start Lawrence for upside, Purdy for safety. I'm starting Lawrence. What's good, Couch? What's up, Kevin? Goff or Fields? I know he's struggling, but he's playing the Broncos. I think we're gonna go with Goff, my friend. Actually, well, the algorithms have Fields. They have Fields getting 48 rush yards. So that's basically like 60 rush yards. Actually, let's go Justin Fields. Jared Goff is away, so we'll use that as a tiebreaker. I'm changing my answer to Justin Fields. That's a close one. Trade Kamara for Zay Flowers. Yeah, go get Zay Flowers. Stop typing all caps. I mean, that is your name. Do I trade Khalil Herbert for Hollywood? Yeah, Khalil Herbert, get rid of him. Drop Dak and pick up CJ Stroud. Yeah, I would. Bold move, but I'd do it. What's up, Spencer? So bench A chain, it's Zay Flowers versus Pacheco. In full PPR, let's go Zay Flowers. It's basically a tie right there. I'm gonna go with whatever the scoring settings are. So if it's full PPR, we're going Zay Flowers. Non PPR, we're going Pacheco. Kyle Cucurella, Superflex PPR. Traded Purdy and Madison for Laporta, Stevenson, and Christian Watson. I like it. This is a trade that could help both teams because that other guy needs a quarterback. Let's say you drafted Rodgers. That other guy needs a quarterback. You need a tight end. I think this is a win-win. And then Madison's basic to me is like basically worthless. We're still live. We are still live. I believe. I believe we're alive and we're live. Ford. And you'll know in time. They both play Sunday, I believe. Okay. That's good. I liked it. I like it, man. I like them. Who are my sell high candidates? Um, I would say Ken Walker, but he's balling so hard now. I don't know what you would get for him unless you get like Justin Jefferson. Um, I don't know. I should come up with this list Thursday. So I don't know off the top of my head. We came up with three good buy low candidates for IBs, for RBs. I think I said IBs, RBs. But for sell high, off the top of my head, see, Tank Dell doesn't have a big name. I like guys who do good and have a big name. So I'll tell you a candidate to trade away, and you guys know I almost never sell low. I would sell low on this candidate, and that's Darren Waller. I would sell low on him. He has a nerve hamstring injury, and I would sell low on him. I would trade away Waller for Ferguson straight up. I'd trade away Waller for Musgrave straight up. I trade away Waller for a good like a flex player and some FAB in a second. So I like selling low on Waller, and man, basically, man, I sell low like once a year. I'm all about value, but I've already traded away Darren Waller in a league, so like I don't even think it was a good trade, but like, well, I guess it ended up being a good trade. I traded away Waller right after week 1 for Hayden Hurst, Montgomery, and $50 FAB. And then I traded away Montgomery and Pittman for Keenan Allen. So, I mean, I guess it helped me win twice. So, I mean, I guess it's good. Who knows? Fantasy's so messy this year. It's way more messier this year than previous years. I've been playing fantasy football now for how long has it been, man? It's been this is like year 18, I think. Year 18 or year 17. So let's just say I've been playing 17 years, and fantasy's never been this messy ever. The injuries are just off the chain. And there's usually fluky stuff. I'd say the fluky stuff might be about on par or slightly more. Like we got A Chain as a top 5 running back. I mean, he didn't even play week 1. And then yeah, the fluky stuff's definitely higher because 70-20, you get that type of score. And then the injuries are way higher than they ever were. They're crazy, dude. Saquon, Chubb, Eckler, Cooper Cup, like the list go, and don't even count the defensive players. Half the Ravens roster is out, right? The RB1's injured, RB2's injured, and RB3's injured. Their wide receiver 2's injured, their wide receiver 3's injured. Like, it's crazy. Josh Jacobs is a bust, and he'll remain a bust. Yeah, you don't need to sell Mike Evans. But if you do want to get rid of him before he plays the Saints, I don't hate you because he's about to put up a stinker. What's up? Ball, glove, blueprint. Okay. Madison, Stevenson, A Chain, or Robinson Jr. Go ahead and start Ramondre and Brian Robinson. I would trade away Najee to the dumbest person in your league who watches the least amount of football because Najee Harris is Trent Richardson 2.0. Does anybody not know who Trent Richardson is? That would be crazy. Someone listening to this live stream, watching this live stream, doesn't know who Trent Richardson is. This is Trent Richardson. Look at all these freaking pictures, dude. Every single one. I honestly didn't know there were this many. This is Trent Richardson. Trent Richardson was a really good rookie running back on the Browns, and he got traded to the the Colts for like a first rounder or something. That's crazy. Dude, there's so many. This is the big one here. uh and Najee Harris is the same guy right now. He is Trent Richardson 2.0. No, Zeke is better. Zeke is better than Najee Harris. I mean, Najee's pretty bad. Yeah, I mean he's unstartable. I mean, I don't know. I guess if we had to say, I guess Trent Richardson is worse than Najee right now. If we had to say it, yeah. But he's almost that bad, yeah. So I guess because Trent Richardson basically turned into a zero, and I guess Najee's not exactly a zero. Well, did you guys disown him? Family dis You guys disown him from the family and from your fantasy team? That's cold. We did this one, right? You wanted to try to start Jerome fourth. If the league, Val, start Jerome fourth. Sometimes people don't hear me. If the league did away with artificial turf and went all natural grass, you would see injuries drop 50%. I don't know if that just sounds like some made up number you just said. Wouldn't it be like 16%? I mean, you get your chance to have your comment read on a big show like this, and you just make up a number 50%. Like, pretend your life depended on it and you were a serious mathematician. Would it really be 50%? You really believe that? It'd probably be like 16%, which is huge, by the way. If injuries drop 16%, that's crazy, right? Because some of those are career enders. So it's like, that would be nuts, right? That's like three people having a career versus not having one. Do you think JSN and Quentin Johnson are worth holding on to? Yes, especially JSN, who I love the talent more. Now what's kind of cool is both of these teams, the Seahawks and Chargers, both have bye weeks by week 5. So don't expect much don't expect much week 4 this coming week. But after the bye week, do expect more. So these are great guys Quentin Johnson has too much hype right now. But JSN is available in every 10-team league, and he's even available on occasion in a 12-team league. So you can go pick him up, or you can trade for him. Let's say you're working out a trade. You can ask the guy to throw in JSN for free, and he'll do it just to push the trade through. So I do like these two guys as a stash. Okay, we got new news. Okay, this is pretty good. Oop, my app crashed on my phone. Packers Christian Watson, listed as questionable with a hamstring injury, will make his season debut Thursday night versus the Lions, barring an unexpected setback. Not a surprise after he told reporters he planned to play. Watson had an impressive 9 TDs as a rookie in 14 games. Big lift for Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers offense. Let's go. Christian Watson, one of the Couch Fam picks. We preferred him over Drake London. Let's go. He's back. Calvin Austin worth a pickup? No, thank you. Musgrave. Great news. Start one, Michael Thomas, Jerry Jeudy, or JSN. Let's bench JSN until after the bye week where he's going to absolutely ball out. Not quite yet, though, ladies and gentlemen. So between Mike Thomas and Jerry Jeudy, I think we might have to go with Mike Thomas here. Ooh, but Jerry Jeudy does go against. What do you guys think? I don't know, man. I think I'm going to go Mike Thomas. I'm going to go Mike Thomas. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's all. That was my only gripe, was that the 50% number you just made up. That was it. Yeah. This my guess is 16%. Derrick Henry, Zach Moss, Judy, Brian Robinson, Romeo Doubs, and James Conner. I don't know how many you need me to start for you. I would start Zach Moss and Derrick Henry for sure. And then for the third option, I'm leaning towards Brian Robinson Jr. It sounds like you need 3. Yeah, you got no choice. Yeah, start Jacobs. Hopefully he scores a touchdown and then try Drado. Jerry Jeudy is hurt. Are we worried? Bro, he also has a Broncos jersey on. You should be way more worried about that. If you haven't heard, they got stomped 70-20 last week. That hurts anybody's feelings. No, I don't know. I was just repeating what you said. I don't know your question, dude. I always say it on Twitch. It seems like there's nobody here, but we got plenty of people asking questions on YouTube. Hunter Henry or Luke Musgrave week 4? Yeah, start Luke Musgrave. Dang, the questions they don't stop. They don't stop. Montgomery or White? I would go with Rashad White. Tutu or Christian Watson? Let's go with Tutu Atwell. Yeah, I mean Drake London is droppable, which is just mind blowing. Yeah, I have him in one or 2 leagues. I think just one, because I have Christian Watson in every league. That's why, and they usually went like 5 picks from each other. So yeah, I got Christian Watson in all my leagues. I have literally Christian Watson in half my leagues. It's crazy. Tank Dell, he's hard to predict, but I love him. I don't know what to tell you other than I expect one or both Nico and Tank Dell to ball out each week. I like CJ Stroud. It's going to be hard to know which one. Nico Collins is the number 1 wide receiver. He's there on every snap, while Tank Dell's playing about 2/3 of the snaps. But Tank Dell, man, he's really good. So this week, that's my issue, is like which one balls out, Nico or Tank Dell. So I've been telling most people to bench Tank Dell, but it's not because I hate him. It's just it's tough, right? Most people ask questions. It's usually a really tough, close question. It's a close call, and Nico is still there. That's right. We're 8 out of 10. Oh, we're 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Yeah. Yeah. Since it's non PPR, you got to get yourself a real running back. And Miles Sanders gets all the snaps. Go get him. He's a workhorse. What's up? We have SBS founder Richard Wagner in the building. 9 out of 10. We need one more to get this best ball going. Man, the questions just don't stop. Ridley and Connor for AJ Brown and Javante. Oh, I I think I prefer the AJ. Man, that's tough. If the Broncos weren't such a mess, this would be a no-brainer. I still have faith in Calvin Ridley. So I don't think Calvin Ridley and AJ Brown's that far apart, to be honest. I think AJ Brown's a little bit better than Calvin Ridley. So that's a win if you get in AJ Brown. James Conner is better, but Javante Williams, I think you have to stick with Ridley and Connor. Just man, that Broncos team, dude, it's such a mess. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. So, oh, I got pick 9. I get a free draft, I think. 6 and 9 get free drafts. Yeah, I'd stick with Ridley and Connor. Less Broncos jerseys. What's up, GV? Let's go. Let's go. I get a free draft. Pick 6 and 9 get a free draft. What pick are you? Dak. Oh, you got the second pick. Oh, there you go. You got your name going. Okay. That's cool. All right, guys. I am doing a best ball draft with SBS right now. SBS Fantasy. You do not draft players. You draft position. So see right here, Dak has the second overall pick, and he went with what you call it, wide receiver 1. I can get rid of this actually. There we go. So we can see it a little better. Okay, so Dak went with the wide receiver 1 for the Vikings. For me here, I'm going after Kelsey if he falls. He never does though, but I'll go get Kelsey. I'll get Niners RB. I could get Falcons RB. I could get Eckler. That's a pretty good one. There. I could get Rams wide receiver 1 or Bills wide receiver 1. That's another good option. Okay, so Kelsey just went. Let me get my 2 picks. They're almost back to back. And then I can answer GV's question here. One, two. All right, I'm going to go with the Bills wide receiver 1. I don't know, man. I think Tyreek Hill's a better pick than Justin Jefferson, although I'm kind of split. So Yeah, that's why I picked 2 is pretty good. Like, you'll get one of the 2, which is fine. Right. I will go I really wanted Chargers RB, but I will go with Cowboys RB1. I'll go Tony Pollard on this one. Right, because Kelsey's gone. Anyone selling Garrett Wilson for Zay Flowers straight up? That's a great question. Let's ask the chat. I would make that trade. That's a tough one though. Would you trade away Garrett Wilson for Zay Flowers? Chat, please respond yes or no. Let's take a quick poll of the chat really quick. And I won't bring up your question on the screen, but I'll answer it. GV's asking Palmer, Jacoby, Lockett, and Sutton pick 2. Yeah, so VV as he agrees with me. Mason agrees with me. I would go get Zay Flowers. Everyone's saying yes. Everyone's saying yes as well. Oh, this is a tough one because it's so close and messy. You have Joshua Palmer. You got Jacoby Myers. You got Lockett. You got Sutton. All right, so let's bench Palmer. Okay, so we narrowed it down. Let's start Lockett. And then let's start Jacoby Myers if Jimmy G plays. If Jimmy G's out, let's start Sutton. That was a close one, but I would bench Palmer. Tough one there. I think only one person said to keep Garrett Wilson. It was not me. Was not me. Broncos wide receivers kind of you're on the clock, Dak. Broncos wide receivers kind of a sleeper because their defense is so bad they're gonna need to throw the ball. Kind of a sleeper. Kind of a sleeper. So far I got Bills wide receiver 1. We got more Quentin Johnson news. Brandon Staley says wide receiver Quentin Johnson is going to get bigger opportunity with Mike Williams out for the year. But it could be after the bye week, though. We'll see. So I'm not starting QJ right now, but he's definitely a player that needs to be rostered, a sleeper cell. He could go off. Mike Williams is not coming back. It ain't happening. Man, just not a lot of good players at that pick 9 spot, man. That's a rough spot, dude. Trade Waller away. He has nerve issues with his hamstring. Get rid of him. Who cares? It's gonna probably kill you. Just just ship him away, dude. It's what's best for you. All right. I'm gonna pivot. I don't really like anybody available. I will go with the best quarterback available. And let's just draft the best available tight end. Because this guy's probably not going to go tight end, tight end. Let's go Ravens tight end. I think it's a tie between those two. Waller and JSN for Laporta. Although I love holding on to JSN, yes, you have to go get Laporta. You got to do what it takes. Smash that trade. Go get Laporta. I don't know if you got that trade on the table right now, but bang the table and take the trade. Zeke Elliott, Roshan. Um, ooh. So it's between Roshan and Zeke for me. Let's go with Roshan. Tough. Yeah, both those guys are close. Don't love the team so far, but I mean, we do have an elite player at each position, and we'll see if we get. You got to get lucky. We'll see if these guys fall to us. I got the best quarterback. I got a top 3 tight end. We got a good wide receiver and a good running back. Cowboys running back, Bills wide receiver. All right, so not taking tight end. We got Lamar Jackson, who we can probably get with our second pick. So we don't need to be reaching for these guys. The Broncos wide receiver 1. Their defense sucks. They throw it to the wide receiver. Oh, Houston wide receiver 1. Good pick. Is Sushane here? Can you give him a link to the Discord? I can do it. Here, I'll drop a link to this is my Discord, Couch Discord. Uh-oh, Dak's on a world record start. He doesn't want to screw it up. See, my team's already I already risked it for my team, so I'm just, we'll just see who falls. So no pressure for me. We'll see who falls. Okay, so Broncos wide receiver just went. Dang, you guys took a Colts wide receiver one? Dang, big. Chiefs quarterback by week 10. All right. Well, I'm out of quarterbacks. I'm gonna jot down my bye weeks. I always like writing down my bye weeks. So RV, WTF is this? Right, my okay. RV bye week 7, wide receiver bye week 13. So I can't draft any more wide receivers with bye week 13. Rocco, I am doing a crazy best ball draft tournament. The scoring starts week 4, so you only got about 18 hours left to draft in this one. But it's pretty neat. First place wins a mutant ape. I don't know what the value of that is. Maybe 6, 7,000, maybe more. I'm not sure. What's the value of that? Okay, 14 picks until my turn. Alan, what's up, man? Pick 3 PPR: AJ Brown, Calvin Ridley, T. Higgins, or Puka. Uh, okay, so let's start AJ Brown and Puka. So it's between Calvin Ridley and T. Higgins. That is so close, but I'm gonna go with Ridley. I love both, man. It's just I just don't trust T. Higgins quite yet. That's all that is. I mean, if you had Jamar Chase, I feel that's an easy smash. I mean, that's so tough. It's Higgins has the world of upside this week against the Titans, but you got to start AJ Brown. You got to start Puka. Uh, Dang, you're in a shallow league. Yeah, I agree with Marcus. Marcus said the same thing. It's just it's tough to bench Higgins because the matchup is so good. Hey, maybe T. Higgins is the guy that balls out even weeks and sucks odd weeks. Maybe Chase is the opposite. Maybe Chase balls out odd and sucks even. We'll see. We'll see. But you got to watch out for bye weeks in these drafts. 6 picks until my turn. I'm done drafting quarterbacks. Probably, maybe. For those trying to cheat and watching my live stream that are in this draft, you never know. But I do have 2 top 5 quarterbacks, so not drafting any anytime soon. I have 1 RB by week 7, and I cannot draft any more by week 13 wide receivers. That's a big no-no. And this is the team picking between me. He's got 2 RBs and 3 wide receivers. I like Arizona wide receiver 1. Carolina wide receiver 1. Okay, so I'm going to risk it. Oh, KC's gone? Damn it. I was gonna go KC RB1. Well, I don't really care about these running backs. Um, one. Yeah, I'm gonna take a huge risk. I'm gonna go with Rashad White here, and then hope for one of my wide receivers I like to fall. We'll see if they fall. Who knows? Maybe this guy's watching the stream. Maybe he's not. Okay, so because he picked a tight end, I think automatically one falls to me. So, out of Arizona and the Panthers, I will go Arizona. I mean, it's pretty close. Let's go Arizona wide receiver 1. I don't know, man. Pacheco and Rashad White are pretty close. I feel like you can get Rashad White for cheaper. Jacoby Myers or Kirk for flex. Go trade away Christian Kirk right now. Start Jacoby Myers if Jimmy G plays. Start Lamar Jackson. Pacheco, Zay Flowers, Dubs, or Nico Collins. Um, yeah, it's a toss up right here. So bench Dubs, Nico Collins, bench Nico Collins. Let's go with Zay Flowers. All right, 12 picks till my turn. RBs are by week 5, by week 7, and wide receivers are by week 13, which is a super bye week for me, and by week 14. Who do the Steelers play? Gross options. Start Jalen Warren, bench Reed, and bench Drake London. Team's kind of risky. It's not bad though. I mean, we're killing it with QBs and tight ends. It's a top heavy team, that's for sure. And Niners D's gone. I don't know. This is seriously the only wide receiver 1 that is very gross. Giants wide receiver 1. Like that is so gross. But they're bye week 13. We can't even draft them, which is probably good. Probably good for us. Seattle wide receiver 2. That's a good one. They like to throw it. Now the guy picking in between my picks, he has 2 RBs and 3 wide receivers. Dang, somebody picked the Bears RB1. Nobody does that. Seattle wide receiver 2. Oh, here's one. Okay. Let's go with the Panthers RB1. So 2 RBs with bye week 7. Making it work. This is bro, this best ball draft is like playing chess. That's why I love it so much. It's so fun. It's so damn challenging, dude. It's so challenging. It's so fun. All right, so I got 3 RBs and 4 wide receivers. Yeah, but it's what's crazy, man, is that you don't draft players, man. You're drafting positions, which just because we're not really used to it. No, not at all, not at all. It's totally different because, for example, I'm trying to give a basic example. Like I drafted in an early best ball, I drafted like let's say Cooper Cup, like for instance. So instead of drafting Cooper Cup, which will get you 0 points, um, the first 4 weeks or more, you would get Rams wide receiver 1, which would be Puka first week, Puka week 2, and Tutu week 3. So each week, you just automatically get the Rams wide receiver that scores the most points. You don't, you're not drafting Cup, you're not drafting Puka, you're not drafting Tutu, you're drafting the wide receiver on that given week that scores the most fantasy points. It's not based on depth chart at all. It's based on performance, which I mean, you asked that right before I explained. So now I think it makes sense to you. I might. I don't know. Yeah, and it's pretty cool. So like at first I did think like, okay, just because they don't want to use player names, maybe for licensing and the pictures, they probably did it like this. I'm like, okay, that's cool. It's a cool workaround, and I like it. But the best ball that they just came out with on SBS, that just launched like literally 3, 4 weeks ago. So like when I did it and they invited me to do the very first draft they had on their live stream, which was cool. So I did it and I was like, I was just blown away. I was like, dude, because it is chess. And it being only 15 rounds makes it so as most best ball drafts are 18 or 20 rounds or more, and this is only 15 rounds. So you have to be very careful. Every pick you make is huge. You got to really worry about bye weeks, which is kind of annoying. But I mean, it's not like if you're on top of it and you're looking at it, there's 100% every time way to avoid it. But you got to be on top of it. Um, but it's just such a different way of thinking. Like let me give you one example that I hear on this one former FBI agent. He's kind of popular. He's like a master negotiator. I don't know his name, but you guys probably seen him. So he said, try brushing your teeth in the morning with your left hand if you're right-handed. It's like, bro, that is so hard to do. And this is what this draft is like. It's just you think so different. You think so. Let's say you play fantasy basketball and you play fantasy football and you like both of them, knowledgeable in both, but all of a sudden you can draft either player. Like it's just totally changes everything, right? Like, and that's kind of what this is. Like, you really got to think like, okay, do I take this wide receiver 2? Do I take this wide receiver 1? Which position do I go for? And another thing that's cool, there's no injuries, essentially. No, I'm not gonna put that comment up, Rocco. I know you're just joking, but I mean, essentially, it looks just like underdog fantasy. I think that's what they kind of was probably inspired by. It does not look like what you're saying at all. It looks like underdog fan. I mean, how would you know? Like, isn't this kind of a probably an edgy joke or a self-report, depending on your browser history? Maybe we need to call that FBI agent to go to Rocco's house. Uh, yeah, you probably should delete that comment. That's like embarrassing, dude. That's just totally embarrassing. Like that's the type of joke you want to take back for sure. Because it's like, how the heck do you know? Yeah, like he's like, ooh, edgy joke. It's like, bro, how would you know how that type of website looks like? Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, I just drafted Cooper Cup, pick 109, baby. Oh my God, very little time to celebrate, but I would like to celebrate so bad, but very little time to do so. One, two, three, four, five. I am done drafting wide receivers. I do need one more RB with, but I will probably punt that. What defense do you guys like? Should we go Bills? Bills. I like Bills and Steelers. What do you guys think? We go Bills or Steelers? Maybe we just go Bills. As we'll punt running back one more round. Was hoping for maybe the Lions tight end. They probably went way early. Yeah, they went 20, 30 picks earlier. So let's go with the Bills or Steelers. Let's go Bills. Did I snipe you? Yeah, so Bills defense is like a must bench this week. So that's why I'm drafting two defenses. So the plan is I need, all right, so 15 players total, right? Five wide receivers. All right, so we got 10, 11, 12. So I'm drafting one running back, one tight end, and one defense. Okay, so the RB, I cannot draft it by week 7. Um, where's my pick? Oh, this is my team. The tight end, I cannot draft by week 13. And the defense, I cannot draft by week 13. So let's see. Does this guy have two defenses or one? He's got one. So my first pick would be the Steelers D if I can get them. And then I need a running back and tight end. Running back. Bears RB2 is pretty sweet, actually. Falcons RB2 is cool too. So Falcons, Bears, Niners. Try to avoid bye week 5 as well. Let's go Miami RB2. That's a really good one. Probably could just punt RB2. At least for now. Oh, nice, nice. Did you jump on a table and break it, or did the table break you? Okay, so there goes Steelers D. They just went. For tight end, We could go with my favorite, the Packers tight end's gone. Dallas tight end's gone. And I'm all out of tight ends. You can go with the sleeper Washington tight end. Might as well punt tight end. Jeez. Rams tight end. Chargers tight end. That could be cool because Mike Williams' injury, he's a big body. Who knows? Up there. Dang, you guys are taking all my tight ends, you cheaters. The table broke me. You dirty cheaters. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh man. There's no tight ends. Colts tight end. All right, let's just go Commanders. Nobody even takes them. No, you didn't leave me with the Chargers tight. They got sniped. I mean, yeah, I guess you did leave me with the Chargers. That's who I was going to take. Man, I feel like everybody's being a big dirty cheater right now. I'll just take a random tight end. You guys pissed me off, dude. All right, what about Saints? Saints defense? All right, let's go. Woo, last second. Let's go Dolphins, RB. Okay. I hate everybody in this draft. Dude, this guy just really took because I like the Browns defense as well. So I'm done with RBs. Okay. Should I go Saints or Browns D? Browns D is looking spicy, dude. Let's spice it up. Let's go Browns D. Let's go Browns D. Browns or Saints D. Let's go Browns D. Let's spice it up. I'm not gonna get an answer in time. I'll just let it auto. Spice it up. I'm gonna spice it up. Let's let it auto. Let's let it auto. Let's go. All right. I went with the Browns to spice it up. It is a tournament after all. Team's looking pretty dang good. This was very competitive, but it's a good team. I mean, the only thing that's missing is a tight end too, and that's because Dak's here copying me. Trevor Lawrence will be fine. I have the utmost confidence in him. However, the Raiders, on the other hand, don't have too much confidence in that team. Yeah, we talked about Eckler. Probably not playing this week. He can't cut. By week 5, I expect him back by week 6. What's up, Mac88? I'm trading away Kendre Miller for Waller. Worth Musgrave and Charbonnet? Oh, with Waller. Musgrave and Charbonnet. Yes, I love it. Go do it. Yeah, that's even better, probably. That's even better for you. Just go get Musgrave. What's up, Jose Rivera? Are you still in the building? Are you still with us? I sense your presence. I sense your spirit with us. Let us know if you're still with us. Need trade advice. They are offering Josh Allen, Ramondre, Boyd, Knox for Connor, Jacoby Meyer, Ferguson, and some guy named Jay Williams. Javante is sticking with Love. I have Tua, Hill, Chase. You didn't say if it's super flex because I mean Josh Allen and Tua. If you can make another trade, yeah, I mean I might just want to. I don't know. That's a tough one. If you can make another trade, go do it. You know your league better. You don't want to just be stuck with those two guys. I think the draft is stuck. I need a tight end. That's not by week 13. I got a couple questions about Conklin. Like, is he actually doing anything? No. Oh. Umberto, what's up, man? Love or CJ this week, Couch. Thanks for helping us. Let's go with Jordan Love, man. Nice. Alvin Kamara. By the way, thank you so much for the super chat donation, my friend. Kamara or Raheem Mostert? You got to start Mostert, dude. You got to not start Kamara. Matter of fact. Dude, the draft's not over. All right, so this messed up the very last round. Hopefully, he takes one of my tight ends that I have queued. All right. They said you can submit your pick manually, so I'm going to do that. I guess it messed up at the very end of round 14. What's up, bro? Would you trade away Michael Thomas to acquire Hopkins? Yeah, I would go get DeAndre Hopkins. It was Thomas and Cam Akers for Rashad White and Hopkins. Go do it. Go get Rashad White and Hopkins. Appreciate you, man. This card's fire. So they're gonna replace for me, they're gonna replace the Broncos RB with the Panthers tight end. And I gave them backup options. I said Rams tight end or Titans tight end just in case. And so it's pretty good. I mean, I got the best quarterbacks. I got a good tight end one. RBs are solid. Wide receivers are solid. It's a really good card. I had to zig when they zagged. Oh, you were in this one? Yo, good draft. I was squeezed between you at pick 10. Yeah, I was checking out your card constantly. So, yeah, I mean, I had to pivot, right? Obviously I couldn't get Rams wide receiver one or better. I couldn't get Niners RB1 or even Chargers RB1, Falcons RB1. So I had to pivot. So I started drafting quarterbacks and tight ends, and I'm still able to get pretty good depth. Oh, you want me to show your card on the stream? That's why? Jeez. There. This is Dak's card, everybody. He wants me to show everybody. Here you go. This is your card right here. Defense sucks. Tight end. You stole my tight ends because you're a dirty cheater. We all know that. Quarterbacks are great. Dang, 3 tight ends, 3 quarterbacks. That's too. I think you got to either pick one or the other if you're gonna go 3. Like Browns quarterback, you probably could have done without that. RBs look great. Wide receivers look pretty good. Dang, this card is stacked. Yeah, wow, that's tough, man. That is tough. I guess this could be an A. I'm gonna give it an A minus. It's really good. Yeah, I guess it's not perfect. So I guess A I get pretty tough grades. It's pretty close to an A though. It surprised me how good it was. It's really good. It's really good. Yeah, I mean, I guess I can give it an A because I like that you took a risk. Like if you told me, okay, I'm drafting 3 QBs, 3 tight ends, I'll be like, oh, that's dumb. But how you made it work is actually pretty smart, because I kind of did the same thing. I pivoted. So I change it to a grade A. It's really nice, dude. This is amazing. This is really good. Browns quarterback, probably not necessary. But yeah, this is a great card. It's really nice. Really nice. I could have used the Chiefs wide receiver one, and I could have used one of your tight ends, you jerk. Why do you have to draft 3? Do I do this trade? I give up Garrett Wilson. I'm liking it already. And Christian Watson for Pickens and Ramondre. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know about that. My RBs are ETN, Connor, White, and Roshan. Wide receivers are Diggs, Debo, and Bourne. Yeah, it was really good. I'm very impressed. And I mean, I guess you can kind of give it brownie points for going way out the box too. Going with on face value seems like a very scared, very weird, risky. I don't know how to just a very just out the box way of approaching it, and you actually made it work. I mean, you don't have not one single RB1 or wide receiver 2, so which is great. Yeah, definitely would. This is your best card for sure. Like you're like Neo in the Matrix. You definitely broke it. This is definitely your best card because you definitely big brained this one. Good job, man. Hey, my draft, I did good and it was free. So that's hard to beat. This one was a free one. But hey, this one could win the mutant ape. I'm not loving this trade. I'm not loving it, but I don't know, man. I'm really want to see how Christian Watson does. And I think you do it. I mean, getting Ramondre is pretty big. Traded Diggs, Addison, Palmer for Waddle, Stevenson, Hollywood Brown. Okay. Oh no, that's a long sentence. I'm tired, man. That's a great trade. Thoughts on this trade? I got Josh Allen, Thielen, and Jacobs. I hate Jacobs for Dylan and Waddle. Yeah, well, Dylan's a 0, so I like Josh Allen. I guess Josh Allen wins it. I like Watson over Pickens, Ramondre. Yeah, just go get Ramondre. What can you do, man? What can you do? Start Amari Cooper with that one. That was fun. I'm kind of tired. I'm gonna take a quick break, but I'm probably gonna hop on another draft in a little bit. So if anybody wants to draft, there's about like 16 hours left to draft. I'll shout out their Discord one more time. If you hop in there, let them know you're from Couch Fam. They will give you one free best ball draft that's worth about $35 in entry fees. So if you want to hop on their Discord, go to general, tell them Fantasy Couch sent you, tell them you're Couch Fam and you want a free draft. We'll help you, we'll hook you up. Here is their Discord. SBS Fantasy. Really try to get anybody you can get. Like 99% of Garrett Wilson trades that I've heard, I've went and said, yes, go get him. Just trade him for what you can get. You should have been traded him a week or two ago, my friend. You're pretty late, but go get anything you can get. The biggest regret I might have um with trading Garrett Wilson, bro, who the hell is Williams, man? Give me a real name. Don't give me this Joe Schmo Williams garbage, bro. Give me a real name. Williams. What kind of crap is that? Do I start Joe or Mike? That's basically what you're talking about. I know A Chain, though. That's pretty unique. The only reason I might regret trading Garrett Wilson is if the Jets go find a real quarterback. I don't think it's going to be Colin Kaepernick. I don't think it's going to be even Trevor Simeon, although Trevor Simeon is probably better than Zach Wilson. That and then I'd be like, oh crap, go back, go back, go back. I traded Garrett Wilson. But other than that, if Garrett Wilson's the starter, like I'm not gonna regret that. Javante. That's who I thought. I'm just messing with you. But I'm not that smart either. So Javante Williams or A Chain, man, that is a really tough one. Um, because I would like to give Javante Williams one more week for the ramp up. Everyone that comes off a major knee injury needs some ramping up time. I guess except Brees Hall, who's just a freak. Okay. But Javante, week 4 matchup. Let's go with him. I mean, it's literally the best matchup. The best a matchup can get. That's Bears, Broncos. And it is week 4. So let's go with Javante, man. That's tough though. Because if it was week 5, I'd be like, all right, man, he had one more week for the ramp up period. I guess let's go Javante. Another thing though is like the Broncos are not taking this game lightly against the Bears. Like both teams are going to go all out to get their first win. Pretty sure both are 0-0, right? NFL standing. They gotta be. They're both 0-0. They gotta be both 0-0. Yeah. So Broncos are winless. Of course, the Bears are winless. These are the two worst teams in the league. So points for 69, points against 122 for the Broncos. Bears points for 47, points against 106. Yeah, that's horrible, dude. It's so bad. Yeah. Let's go, Javante. All right, guys, I'm gonna end it there. Take a quick break. I'll be doing some more drafts. Appreciate all the people from SBS watching this live stream. That draft was very hard. It was a lot of fun. But I will go do one more draft. 0 and 3, not 0 and 0. Did I say 0 and 0? I said 0 and 3, didn't I? I may have misspoke. I don't know. But yeah, they're both 0 and 3. They're both pretty bad. I may have said 0 and 0. I don't know why I would have said that. All right, guys. Podcast tomorrow night. Sully Stardom Cinema article tomorrow morning. And Friday, I'll hop back on for a Q&A and news live stream. I'll probably be posting some news tonight. We'll do a news roundup tonight. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Peace out.